Good evening, sir. भिडियो त प्ले भइरहेछ तर म्युट भइरहेछ
साउन्ड नआएको हो कि के हो यो
खोइ सर यो खोइ म्युट भइरहेछ उता
त्यो त यहाँ के भयो भनेर अघिदेखि म बनाइरहेको छु खोइ
होइन म्युट उताबाट म्युट भइरहेछ उताबाटै
त्यही त अनि पार्टिसिपेन्ट पनि 3 जना मात्रै छ त
3 जनामा त अब एकजना राइन सर भइहाल्नु भयो 2 जना तपाईँ र म त हो नि सर खोइ टोली काका भोलि चाहिँ क्लास के छ सर भोलि
खोइ के थाहा अब थाहै छैन
मदन सर उता जाँदै उता घर जानु भएको छ मदन सर म उता जान्छु भन्नुहुन्थ्यो नेपाली टिचर नआउने एकजना म्याथमेटिक्स टिचर हामी त नआउने जस्तो कुरा छ भन्ने कुरा गरेको थिएँ मैले
हुन्छ त्यसो भए त्यही गरौँ त
हजुर कहाँ घरतिर हो कि त्यतै हो सर
म त घर पुगिसकेँ
त्यही त अनि अब भोलि भइहाल्यो पर्सि सङ्क्रान्ति त्यसै भइहाल्यो अब 2 गते
त्यही गरौँ त
2 गते पनि म त उता गाउँ जान्छु सर 2 गते आइपुग्दिनँ होला म पनि
2 गते आउँछु म पनि
त्यही त म पनि 2 गते अब उताबाट बिहान चिसोमा हिँड्ने कुरो भएन सर अब आउँछु 2 गते अनि 2 गते 3 गतेबाट क्लास जोइन गर्नु पर्ला
हुन्छ हुन्छ
अनि सर त्यही गर्नु पर्ला ए हजुर घर कतिर जानुभयो
म त्यही 12-1 बजेतिर हिँडेको वहाँबाट
ए जस आरामले पुग्नु भयो
हजुर हजुर
कुन बाटो युज गर्नु सर यता फर्बिङको
फर्बिङको बाटो
कति 4 घण्टामा पुगिन्छ ए ठिक बाटो फेरि त्यो सुमो चल्ने बाटोहरू अलि अप्ठ्यारो छ है सानो सानो बाटो
अलि उ छ अलि अहिले पनि बनिरहेको बाटोहरू खतमै छ
ए होइन मलाई नि एकचोटि त्यो ठ्याक्कै तहसिलकाले हुनु तल मकुबेसी भन्ने चाहिँ पोस्टर छ नि त फास्ट ट्र्याकको त्यहाँबाट गाडी लिएर निस्केको मलाई लगभग 8 घण्टा लाग्यो सर हेटबाट पुग्न त्यो बाटोमा त्यो बाटो त्यस्तै झन् त्यहाँमा अब त्यो इसुजुको त्यो जिप उ जस्तो हो नि सर जिप जस्तो गाडी के अरे पछाडि ढाला भएको गाडी हाइलक्स गाडी मलाई त्यो फेरि त्यो सुमोले पेल्दो रहेछ नि त्यहाँ बेसरी त्यो बाटोमा मलाई पसिना निस्क्यो सर मलाई 8 घण्टा लाग्यो मलाई हेटौँडा पुग्नलाई अनि हेटौँडा गएर त्यहाँ बसेर उता भित्र कुन ठाउँ हो त्यहाँ बसेर अनि भोलिपल्ट त्यो बाटो हुँदै यता लोकमार्ग निस्क्यो सर यता ललितपुरको लोकमार्ग निस्केर अनि त्यताबाट
मकनपुर गाडीको बाटो अनि
त्यहाँबाट माथि लेले उसमा निस्केर लेले हुँदै अनि त्यहाँबाट झरेको छ
खानपिन भयो त
भएको छैन सर पाक्दैछ खोइ हामी मात्रै भयौँ यहाँ खोइ उता जम्मा 2 जना मात्रै छौँ
ल अब छोड्दिने अब
उता खोइ अब उता रायन सर खोइ उता कता रायन सर पनि खोइ हुनुहुन्न त्यता देखिन्न
के छ गुड नाइट गरौँ त त्यसो भए
गुड नाइट गर्नु नि एकछिन त्यहाँ रायन सर आउनुहुन्छ होला सर त्यसपछि गरौँ ल नभए हुन्छ हजुरलाई उ भएदेखि हुन्छ कोही नभएर जानुभयो भन्नु होला सर म आरसी भएर आइपुग्दैछन् अब के
म एकछिन पछि आउँछु ल
हुन्छ सर हस् 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 आरसीबाट खाना खायो
खाएँ जरा खाएँ
कता घरतिर छौ कि पल्टनतिर
आज पल्टन जरा पल्टन
ए त्यही त टोलीहरू नआएर जगु सर बोलाउनु भयो अब पदम सर जानुभयो त्यसपछि त खोइ कोही छैन हामी जम्मा यति मात्रै हो त्यहाँ पनि अघि उताबाट भिडियो त चलिरहेको छ तर खोइ म्युटमा चलिरहेको छ भिडियो पनि
सर गुड इभिनिङ सबैजना गुड इभिनिङ सरहरु
सबै गुड इभिनिङ सर बस के भइराछ
हजुर ठिकै छ अलि ढिला भयो सरी म त्यसको लागि
हैन ठीक छ ढिला भए पनि कोही आएको छैन सर म अघिदेखि हेरिरहेको छु त्यहाँ म्युट भएको भिडियो छ त्यही हेरेर बसिरहेको छु म अघि पदम सर आउनु भएको थियो घर पुग्नु भएछ पदम सर पनि
ए
कोही रहि आउनु छोडी अब
भिडियोको साउन्ड नआएको हो
त्यस्तै छ म्युटमा छ साउन्डमा कता भोलि क्लास नहुने हैन जगु सर के छ
खोइ भोलि अब आज आजकल त सरहरु पनि नआउने भएपछि त अब हामी मात्रै गएर के गर्नु र प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने यताउताको लागि त जाँदा भइहाल्यो हैन अनि त्यहाँ त्यो सूचनाले हेल्प गरिहाल्छ त्यो उही सरले पनि भन्नुभएको छ अनि अब त्यति
म्याथ सर नआउने भएपछि
हजुर
हामी यतै घरमै स्टडी गरौँ सर
म्याथ सर मात्र हैन त्यहाँ त म्याथ सर पनि इंग्लिश सर पनि नेपाली सर पनि भोलि नआउने कुरो बुझेको छु
अनि ठीक छ हामी घरमै स्टडी सेल्फ स्टडी गरौँ सर
अनि
हैन
त्यही गरौँला अब त्यही हो भोलिलाई उ गरौँ अब पर्सि संक्रान्तिको दिन भइहाल्यो त्यसै उ भइहाल्यो अनि 2 गतेबाट क्लास चाहिँ गरौँ के अरे म चाहिँ भ्याउँदिनँ 2 गते म गाउँबाट बल्ल 2 गतेतिर हिँड्छु सर
हजुर
त्यही गरौँला अब म 3 गतेबाट क्लास आउनु पर्ला सर
मान्छे
हुन्छ
गर्नु भयो होला मान्छेले
अब त्यो 1 गते
2 गते क्लास
2 गते नि
हुन्छ होला
टोली
हैन
संक्रान्ति मान्न घरतिर गएको टोलीहरू रहेछ भरे 2 गते आइपुग्दैन सर त्यो टोली
हैन धेरै दिन त अब यो टाइम धेरै छैन हामीसँग धेरै दिन चाहिँ नलगाउँ हैन अब 3 गते साथीहरू आइपुग्दैन भनेर बसौँला 4 गते हुन्छ 4 गते 5 गते त्यो नगरौँ
त्यही त हैन 3 गतेबाट त क्लास गर्नुपर्छ 3 गते के अरे 2 गतेबाट त क्लास गर्नु हजुरहरु जानु न म त 3 गते आइपुग्छु
हैन हजुर पनि भ्याउनु भयो भने आउनु सकभर भ्याउनु भयो भने किन उ गर्ने आउनु होला
यस्तो छ सर अब भ्याउने हुँदैन अब 1 गते हुन्छु 2 गते उता गाउँ जानु पर्छ उतातिर धेरै 1 वर्ष 1.5 वर्ष हुन लाग्यो उतातिर ससुरालतिर नि गएको छैन पुग्ने भन्ने कुरा भएको छ अनि 1 गते बेलुका त्यहाँ गएर अनि बिहान खाना खाएर हिँड्दा पर्दा त म त 2 गते मात्र काठमाडौँ आइपुग्छु सर
ससुराली आफ्नै हो अनि अर्को कुरा अहिले ससुराललाई प्रायोरिटी दिइरहनु पर्छ भन्ने कुरा हैन ससुराल त गइरहनु नि आफ्नै ससुराली हो
प्रायोरिटी त हैन
कि अरु जान्छ भने पिर लाग्छ
त्यहाँबाट नजिकै छ 15-20 मिनेटको बाटो हो जानै पर्ने छ कि त्यही भएर पनि
ससुराली अरु नै गइसक्लान् भन्ने पिर परे त जानला हैन नि
छैन त्यस्तो छैन छैन अब फेरि अब कहिले कहिले फेरि पछि मानु अब यताबाट लेखिसक्ने बित्तिकै पल्टनले हैन अब लेखिसके केटो आइज अब पछि जालास भन्ने कुरा गर्यो भने त फेरि त्यो जान पाइएन
हैन त्यो हैन
यो मागमा
जानु तर
1 वर्ष भयो
मेरो भाइ लाएर घरमा एक दिन ससुरालीमा एक दिन भनेर भाइ लाइरहनु पर्यो यसो जाने भेटघाट गरेर आउँदा पनि हुन्छ भन्नेसम्मलाई सकभर
भाग लागेको छैन सर अब भोलि गएर घर पर्सि संक्रान्ति घरमा मजाले मनाएर दिउँसो खाना खाएर ससुराली पर्सि ससुरालीबाट खाना खाएर काठमाडौँ
ए पर्सि भनेको त तपाईँ 1 गते नै आउने हुनुहुँदो रहेछ त त्यो हिसाबले त
हैन म 2 गते संक्रान्तिको भोलिपल्ट 2 गते
ए ल ल ठिक छ केही भएन तपाईँ कभर गर्न सकिहाल्नुहुन्छ त्यो क्लास छुटेर के समस्या भएन हामी त्यहाँ भएको सबै कपी गरेर हालिदिइहाल्छु
आई थिंक मेरो विषयमा के छ भने हेलो
भन न तिम्रो विचार सुन्नु जोडा
मलाई के लागिरहेको छ भने तपाईको यो एसे राइटिङहरु छ नि सरले देखाइदिनु पर्यो हामीलाई के इंग्लिशको के युएन पिस किपिङमा अब नेपाली सेनाको भूमिकाहरू हैन नेपाली सेना अब बाबुराले लेख्ने चिठीहरु यो अलिकति लेख्नै पर्छ यताले भयो नि यस्तो यार
त्यो पनि हो इंग्लिशमा चाहिँ
तपाईको यता म तपाईलाई देखाउँछु हेर्नुस्
के
पहिला पढे मान्छेले कस्तो लेखेछ यार क्यासन यता हेर्नु म देखाउँछु तपाईहरुलाई कसरी देखाउनु खोइ अब कस्तो क्यामेरा गर्ने ब्याक गर्ने
क्यामेरा माथि छ त त्यहाँ मा चाहिँ यसरी यो थिचेपछि उताको क्यामेरा आउने ठाउँ छ त त्यहाँ माथिको ल आउँदैन यसरी
यहाँ आरसी क्यामेरा हरायो क्या
खोइ क्यामेरा खोजिराख्नु आरसीले ए मोबाइलमा छ कि क्यामेरा
यता मैले उतै यता हेर्नु भाइ
भन्नु म यहाँबाट खिच्दिन्छु के खिच्नु पर्यो
यहाँ हेर्नु यो डायलग राइटिङहरु हैन यहाँ सुन्नु है पहिला मान्छे पढ्यो के लेटर राइटिङहरु हैन यस्तो यस्तो के ट्यागका छ के मसँगै यस्तो कुराहरु यस्तो फादर लेख्ने चिठीहरु छ नि
अन्त पछितिर त्यो मिलाएर त्यो बोकेर आउँदा जोडा त्यो लिएर आउँदा
हिस्ट्री अफ नेपाल आर्मी अब रुल अफ नेपाल आर्मी
यस्तो के गर्नु पर्यो राइन सर आज कता बिजी हुनुहुँदो रहेछ र हो कि यो लगायत सुन्नुभएको साउन्ड पनि आएको छैन यसमा हैन सरलाई भनेर हाम्रो बेलुकाको क्लासमा चाहिँ सरले अलिकति गाइड गरिदिनु भयो भने बेटर हुन्थ्यो होला है यो एसे लेख्ने देखि यस्तो यस्तो कुराहरू चाहिँ हैन अब हाम्रो यो जीके के लागि मात्रै भनेर हामीले धेरै टाइम खर्च गर्नुभन्दा अब अहिले हामीले अलिकति गाह्रो भनेको म्याथ पनि अनि म्याथहरु यताउताको लागि हामी अरु बेला टाइम दिन्छौँ सरले चाहिँ बेलुकालाई इंग्लिशको यो अलिकति हेल्प गरिदिनु भने नेपालीमा पनि त्यस्तो समस्या नहोला त्यो गर्न सकिन्छ। जीके को लागि चाहिँ अब हाम्रो 30% मात्र नभइकन हाम्रो यतापट्टिको 70ले पनि कभर गर्छ, 30 मा पनि त अलिअलि त अब ल्याउनु पक्कै सकिएला। त्यो चाहिँ
मजाले
त्यस्तै
के
गाह्रो।
हाम्रो हजुरको चाहिँ 30 बाट 30 मा केही नभए नि 15-20 यतातिर ओके हुन्छ, उतापट्टि 70 मा 50 त काहीँ नजा हुन्छ क्या।
त्यही हो नि। त्यो भयो भनेदेखिलाई चाहिँ ऊ हुन्छ, ठिकै हुन्छ क्या।
अनि
अब बेलुकालाई चाहिँ सरले सरसँग कुरा गरौँ न है।
हुन्छ, एकचोटि कुरा गरौँ, एकचोटि कुरा गरौँ ल राजेन सरसँग, अनि के भन्नुहुन्छ त्यही अनुसारले गरौँ न सर। अब यस्तो पनि हो फेरि प्रेसर चाहिँ लिने हो सर होइन, प्रेसर चाहिँ लिनुपर्छ। धेरै टु मच प्रेसर लिएर पनि
गर्न सकिन्छ। जीके को लागि चाहिँ अब हाम्रो 30% मात्र नभइकन हाम्रो
राजेन सर
70ले पनि कभर गर्छ।
राजेन सर आउनुभयो
त्यसो केला अन्तिम राजा चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ त्यस्तै गाह्रो। गएको साउन्ड पनि आइरहेछ। त्यही हो नि। त्यो भयो भनेदेखिलाई चाहिँ
कहाँको हाम्रो उ आइरहेछ,
ठिकै हुन्छ क्या। साउन्ड पनि आइरहेछ, अघिको साउन्ड यसो लागिरहेछ है। सर गुड इभिनिङ सर। सरसँग कुरा गरौँ न है।
हुन्छ, एकचोटि कुरा गरौँ, एकचोटि कुरा गरौँ ल राजेन सरसँग, अनि के भन्नुहुन्छ त्यही अनुसारले गरौँ न सर। अब यस्तो पनि हो फेरि
ब्रदर गुड इभिनिङ।
प्रेसर चाहिँ लिने हो सर होइन।
बल्ल आइरहेछ सर। चाहिँ अब हाम्रो 30% मात्र नभइकन
ब्रदर गुड इभिनिङ। गुड इभिनिङ
सर। गुड इभिनिङ सर।
हाम्रो हामीलाई बोलेको रेकर्ड आइरहेछ पुरै।
अघिको फोन यसको लागिरहेछ है। सर गुड इभिनिङ सर।
गुड इभिनिङ ब्रदर।
गुड इभिनिङ। गुड इभिनिङ। पता हो के देखिन अनुहार
होइन, यहाँनिर तपाईहरुको जीके को उ भइरहेको थियो कि।
त्यही त सर, फेरि हुन त भइरहेको थियो सर, पुरै भिडियो त चलिरहेको थियो, म्युटमा चलिरहेको थियो। अब यहाँबाट सर म्युट भइरहेको भनेको काजै म्युटमै गयो।
फोन गर्नु पर्थ्यो नि हजुरले। ल ठिकै छ।
होइन
अब भोलिको क्लास के गर्ने भयो हजुरहरु?
त्यही सर, अब भोलि अब खासै भ्याउने जस्तो छाटकाट छैन सर।
ल ठिकै छ, आउनु
मान्ने भन्ने कुरा भएछ सबैजनाको। अब 2-4 जना गएर मात्रै के गर्ने, अनि सर पनि अब सबैजना सरहरू आउने होइन। अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि बरु अहिलेसम्म पढेको रिभिजन गरेर घरमै गर्दा पनि राम्रै भइहाल्यो। अब पढ्ने इच्छै हुने मान्छेले त रिभिजन गर्दा पनि भइहाल्यो भन्ने
भिडियोहरु राख्दिउँला। नेपालीको कुनै च्याप्टर कन्फ्युजन छ भने भन्नुस्
सर। नेपालीमा भन्दा
च्याप्टरमा कन्फ्युजन छ भने भन्नुस्
सर। अब हामीलाई नेपालीमा भन्दा पनि यो अब इङ्ग्लिसमा चाहिँ एसे राइटिङहरु भयो हैन सर, लेटर राइटिङहरु भयो। अनि अब डायलगहरु त यस्तो छ, डायलगहरु त त्यही सेन्टेन्स दिया हुन्छ, वर्डहरु दिया हुन्छ, त्यसलाई चाहिँ कभर गरेर गर्ने।
भोलि म एसे राइटिङको इङ्ग्लिसको
पनि उ गर्नु पर्छ सर। जस्तो अब आर्मीको रोल चाहिँ के हो भनेर केमा जस्तो विकास निर्माणमा रोल होला हैन सर, रेस्क्युमा रोल होला, युएन।
ल ठ्याक्कै त्यही नेपाल आर्मीकै एसे राइटिङ गरिदिन्छु है।
त्यसै रिलेटेड हजुर हजुर।
नो वरिज।
अलि टपमा के छ हाम्रो चाहिँ
सिम्पल ल्याङ्ग्वेज सर, धेरै चाहिँ त्यो साहित्य शब्दको सिम्पल
ल्याङ्ग्वेज। फ्रेस केटाहरूलाई भएको जस्तो हामीलाई त्यति भास्ट चाहिएन। अब हामीले बुझ्न सक्नेको सम्मको पनि चाहियो, अनि लेख्न सक्ने, बुझेर लेख्न सक्ने सम्मको चाहियो। हाम्रो लेभलले गर्न सक्ने त्यतिको भयो भनेदेखि ठिक हुन्छ कि जस्तो लाग्छ। हजुरले चाहिँ अब हामीलाई यो जीके को लागि भन्दा पनि विशेष गरी अहिलेलाई अब जीके को करिब कभर गर्न सकिन्छ होला। हाम्रो यतापट्टि आफ्नै 70 को छ, 70 को नर्मली सबैलाई 70ले पनि कभर गर्ने अलिकति बढी प्रायोरिटी हुने भयो। हजुर प्लस पोइन्ट छ। इङ्ग्लिसको चाहिँ अब यसो राइटिङदेखि लिएर यतापट्टिको अब सरले अहिले ग्रामर पनि लिइरहनु भएको छ, ऊ पनि लिइरहनु भएको छ। अब सरले लिएको चाहिँ कस्तो भइरहेछ भने ग्रामर अलिकति बढी फोकस गर्नु भएको छ, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो यतापट्टि एमसिक्यूलाई हेल्प गर्छ। अनि सर र एक लट चाहिँ यो एसे राइटिङहरूदेखि डायलगदेखि सबै कुराहरूलाई एक लट चाहिँ गर्नुभएको हो। तर पनि त्यो चाहिँ अलि इनफ होइन कि जस्तो लागेको छ। अब रिभिजन गर्दै गर्दै गएर सरले त्यहाँसम्म पुग्नु भन्दा नि हामीले पनि प्र्याक्टिस गर्दै गऱ्यौँ भनेदेखि अलि राम्रो हुन्छ कि सर।
ओके ब्रदर, नो वरी। म भोलिलाई तपाईहरुको एउटा एस्से राइटिङको डायलगको एस्से राइटिङको कति हुन्छ हेरौँ। भोलि म्याथ र इङ्ग्लिसको म गरिदिन्छु।
हामीलाई एकदम चाहिँ हुन्छ नि सर, सिम्पल वर्डमा सर हामीले चाहिँ सिम्पल वर्डमा बुझ्ने तरिकाले त्यो अनुसारले भयो भने हामीलाई यो भर्खरको फ्रेसर जस्तो त्यो टफ पनि चाहिएन होइन?
हुन्छ हुन्छ बोस, मैले बुझेँ। मैले त्यो प्लान पनि गर्छु भनिरहेको थिएँ। अब पर्सिदेखि भटाभट इक्जाम ओरिएन्टेड एकदम टु दी पोइन्ट कसरी हुन्छ 80% ल्याउने गरेर हामी
बरु अहिलेलाई म्याथको त्यति चाहिएन होला जस्तो लाग्छ, किनभने सरले दिइरहनु भएको क्लासमा गराइरहनु भएको एमसिक्यूको क्वेसनहरू पनि दिनुभएको छ। यताउताले गर्दाखेरि म्याथको लागि चाहिँ बरु हजुरले छुट्टै गरेर नपर्ला। अहिले हामीलाई चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिसको भयो भनेदेखि म्याथ अनि सकेन बिचमा पर्यो भने अनि म्याथको पनि गरौँला सर, होइन सर? के होला त्यो?
त्यही नै हुन्छ, त्यही गर्नु सर।
हस् हुन्छ हुन्छ ब्रो, हस् हस्
त्यही गरौँ सर। अब यो जिकेलाई मात्रै भन्दा नि यति बेलाको यो 1 घन्टालाई चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिसमा हामीलाई पोख्तो बनाउनु पर्यो हजुरले। भोलि ओहो बरु त्यो गर्नुपर्ने छ जस्तो लाग्यो भने लास्टमा एक्जाम सकेपछि एकदम बर्बाद हुन्छ।
ओके,
होइन आरसी के भन्छ? आरसी बोल्दै बोल्दैन यार।
एकदम मेरो नि त्यही हो, तपाईले भनिहाल्नु भएको छ, मैले भन्नु चाहिँ त्यही कुरो।
प्रेम सर पनि आउनु भएको छ, अनुहारै नदेखाइ नबोली बस्नु भएको छ। राय दिनु पाइन्छ है सर सबैजनाले?
एकदम।
इङ्ग्लिसको फ्री राइटिङ तपाईहरुलाई रिपोर्ट राइटिङ पनि छ कि छैन तपाईहरुको?
रिपोर्ट राइटिङ छैन सर, ऊ छ त्यही राइटिङमा एसे राइटिङ हो सर हाम्रो। अरू त ट्रान्सलेटहरू भइहाल्यो सर, नेपाली इङ्ग्लिस ट्रान्सलेट।
मेरो क्यामेरा के हो त्यो?
सो क्यामेरा हल्ला छ कि त्यसमा के उ भइरहेछ अलिकति?
खोइ एकदम उ आइरहेछ। हाल सर, गुड इभिनिङ।
गुड इभिनिङ सर।
गुड इभिनिङ
सर, गुड इभिनिङ।
मान्छेलाई नबोलाएर पो नबोल्नु भएको रहेछ त। मैले त्यत्रो बोलाएँ, बोल्दै बोल्नुहुन्न।
पढ्ने मान्छेको पारा बेर हेर्नु, हातमा पहिले डट मिलेर बस्नु भएको छ।
यो हाम्रो अनलाइनले डिस्टर्ब गर्यो जस्तो लाग्छ। पढ्नुलाई डिस्टर्ब भयो।
Minimum 250 to 300 votes are mandatory for competitive examination. On the club.
ल English पढौँ बस English.
Now the third PPT goes with essay types, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little bit just actually slow now. The first and foremost, I'm going to tell you something about expository essay, narrative essay, descriptive essay, argumentative or persuasive essay. So we'll have to learn ultimately 4 different types of essay. Expository essay, narrative, descriptive, argumentative. And always remember, effective essay writing is always compulsory for all competitive examinations. So you have to ensure for that. So later on, let me get into next, the most important factor, that is integrated approach in free writing globally. So for this integrated approach, what is integrated approach? The students will have to understand how we can just get the resources from the various sources around the globe. Multiple intelligence. So next slide, please. Next slide, please. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sorry, is it okay or next?
Yes. Now this is third one. The fourth one slide, please. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Can I get?
Go ahead.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen. Can tell that. Learning styles, richness test, or brain test. So I have divided almost all essay writing or freestyle writing into 4 different categories. So under each categories, we have verbal linguistic, logical, mathematical, statistical, spatial, intrapersonal, bodily kinesthetic, musical, naturalist, interpersonal, or existentialist. All these are the approach for the multiple intelligence that the students should get as a resource from them. And so far as for the learning style is concerned, you have to have the mastery in it, and you have to have the interpersonal skills. That's what we learn from people to people. You have to have the understanding of the questions, very deep and rooted. It's not like most of the students will find it show just superficially, and they will not be able to get up to the gist. And self-expressive, ladies and gentlemen, and you have to express yourself. And the research-based methodology, constant attention. Learning is always a process, never-ending process. Up to death, before death, people should learn. Keep on learning and get multiple resources and try to get ideas or generate ideas from the Lord. So learning experienced, or remember visual, whatever you see, or embedded in music, because most of the musical words are very important for people to enhance their writing. And let me go to brain-based, authentic problem solving, project handling, and simulation and role play, classroom strategies, mnemonic strategies, songs, and jingles and raps, writing strategies, active review, and hands-on actions. So ladies and gentlemen, so these are the multiple resources that everybody will have to just actually get into their knobs. And then let me go to the next slide. And the next slide is about essay structure and its types. So what is expository essay types? Because this is what this type of essay. Cause and effect, and then down by this definition, you will get evaluate, and then elaborate. And order this, compare and contrast. These are the strategies I've just mentioned downwards. Evaluate, see the pros and cons, and then elaborate. Or cause and effect, evaluate the question stem first, and then find out the evidence, cause versus effect. And then only you can elaborate your essay perfectly. And how does this happen? So it's one of that actually figure. Sir, next slide, please. Rajan, sir, next slide, please. Hello. Next slide. Once again, expository essay types definition, compare and contrast, cause and effect, evaluate, or this is what actually I mentioned it. Expository essay. In briefing, I'm going to brief it. See, suppose one of the questions is given about love. So why, how, what is the significance, who's the one, and what is the purpose? See, these are the major points that the students will have to jot it down in a paragraph in order to make one of the significant essay for expository essay. So ladies and gentlemen, just have a look at like love. It's one of the questions over there. You can put any questions, any topic within this in place of love, and then make a chart like how, what, significance, and who, and what is the purpose, and why is it. And then you will just actually generate the ideas. So this process is totally, or generally is called brainstorming session. You can just actually Okay? Yes. Then I will get into the next section now. Take your pen out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're there, hello everybody. Take your pen and paper out. And then try to write what I'm telling you. For expository essay, in the first paragraph, line number 1 is what we call opening statement.
Okay, sir, you there? Ranjit?
Okay. Hello.
Sir, please.
Ajay, sir.
Continue it, please, sir. We are hearing you. Okay, sir. Hey, Radhika. Vishwas?
Sir. Ajay. Yes.
Okay, sir, ko problem ho?
Oh, sir.
Ajay.
Khagenda sir,
Yes.
please go ahead. We are hearing you.
Oh, all right. Thank you. So opening statement. No. Did you see my PPT?
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to give a brief about opening statement. The first paragraph, line number 1. This is what I'm talking about. Student will have to understand what is an opening statement. Opening statement is this statement that is taken from the questions. So in order to take something from the questions, this is what we call hook. Hook is a word, I kept it over there in order to make a paragraph so lucrative, attractive, so that readers can find interest in your issue. This is what I call hook. So for the hook, what you'll have to do, step number 1, paraphrase the questions. So what is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing means, according to the questions, what the question is given, you change in structure, change the synonyms of it, or sometimes you have to change the written pattern. Whenever you will change in structure, write the synonyms or written pattern, you will have to understand
अहिले चाहिँ सर अड्किसो दादा
होइन सरको प्रब्लम रहेछ नेटमा दुनिया गर्दा पनि नमिल्दो रहेछ
or I mean the very lucrative or attractive structure sentences of your first paragraph, then you'll have to go with the supporting ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, supporting ideas can be generated from the various resources. Yes, it can be factual, it can be statistical, it can be logical, or it can be anecdotal. Okay, so these are the 4 different ways to collect supporting ideas. Once again, let me get into it. Supporting ideas can be factual, fact-based, or statistical, or mathematical, or logical, or as well as anecdotal. So anecdotal is one of the new words for you all. So anecdotal is meant by its personal experiences that the people have faced in their day-to-day life. Or you can just actually keep an example that you can just actually think it at the moment, which should support your opening statement very clearly and strategically. And once you finish the supporting ideas, ladies and gentlemen, and then you will have to have the thesis statement or outline of an issue. So now let's suppose mathematically, if I say opening statement is equal to A, and supporting ideas is equal to B. So thesis statement means, therefore, C is thesis statement if I suppose. So put one of the formula there that therefore C, I mean thesis statement is equal to A plus B. So thesis statement means the gist of opening statement and supporting ideas in a line or two. So this thesis statement plays a vital role for the students in your overall essay writing. Once your thesis statement is not clear, then your whole paragraph is totally misguided or misinterpreted, or your whole story, I mean essay, will totally be just actually misjudged again. So ladies and gentlemen, put yourself into figurative explanation. Opening statement, I mean hook statement, or paraphrasing the structure, or changing in structure, synonyms or written pattern, whatever you write. Suppose this is A, supporting idea, suppose is B. So this statement is always C. Point A, opening statement plus supporting idea, point B. So together, whenever you jot it down, then your thesis is prepared. And that's what I've given in my notes and I mean. So thesis statement should be the gist of the opening statement or the questions itself. So in order to make the gist of it, student will have to remember C is equal to A plus B. So A, opening statement, and B, supporting ideas. So the major gist of this 2, 3, 4 lines, whatever you write, should be kept in this statement. So this is the major part. This statement is always plays a vital role for the student's essay. So now let me go to the next slide, please, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you did understand very clearly. Then first paragraph is over. Let me recall it again. Opening statement, supporting ideas, and thesis statement. Let me prove this mathematically. If I suppose this opening statement is A, then supporting idea is B, thesis statement is C. So therefore, C is equal to A plus B. And this is what, after finishing your first paragraph, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to check it because I've given you the questions at the end of the session. So I will check it later that whether you people will be able to do this very clearly or not. So let me go to the next session, paragraph 2, paragraph 2nd. Now, take that thesis statement in your mind. First, take the thesis statement in your mind. So after taking the thesis statement in your mind, do out for second paragraph, first line. Second paragraph, line number 1. So second paragraph, line number 1 should be the idea generated from the thesis statement. So from thesis statement, now we'll have to divide into 3 different portions again. From the thesis, this actual statement. So point number A. Then you try to have the evidential support. So as I told you, it should be factual, it should be statistical, it should be logical, and it should be anecdotal, but this should be taken from your perspective. In order to support your idea, you have to support factually, statistically, logically, and anecdotally. As I told you, anecdotal is a ready-made examples or ready-made experiences that the peoples have best seen, done, or even happen in their life or in somebody's life is an anecdotal. So that can be kept over there as an evidential support. So second paragraph should be concluded where first to develop an idea, generated from the thesis statement, and then your thesis statement should be strongly supported by the factual, statistical, logical, and anecdotal just actual examples given in the lines that I pulled over there. I pulled the line just because students would be able to write it. So that's why you have got the mobile to take the picture out of it so that you can fill the things from the questions yourself. It will be easier for you. Okay. So, and then I will get into the third paragraph, or third replace. First paragraph, second paragraph. Oh, no, it's gone too far. Second paragraph and third paragraph or fourth paragraph, everything can be just actually based on this tips only. Now, the last one we do have, and this last paragraph, so little bit before, one slide, little bit ahead, please. Yes. No, it's gone back. Up. Slide number 8. Slide number 809. Short, please. Slide number 9. Slide number 9. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. No, slide number 9, please. Slide number 9. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I told you, second paragraph, third paragraph, how many paragraphs you'd like to just actually develop yourself? It goes statistical, this actually experimentally on the same basis, development idea from the thesis statement, and then evidential support, factual, logical, statistical, and anecdotal. This is the thing, but ideas should not be repeated again, ladies and gentlemen. Ideas should be differentiated in each paragraph. Okay. So, and then, no, Rajan sir, you have gone too far. You have gone too far. I'm there in number 10 slides only. Yes, I'm there in number 10 number slides, please. I'm there in number 10. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Please hold on. Please hold on. Paragraph 4. Paragraph 4. Paragraph 4. Okay. Sir, you have gone too far. No, it's gone far. I'm just actually there at slide number 10. No. Before than this. More before. You're getting this actual. No. Before 10 number. No, slide number 10. Slide number 10, sir. Yes. Okay. So paragraph number 4. Now, this is concluding paragraphs. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very crucial once again, because most of the students, what I found, whenever I check actually TU paper, what I found that students are unable to find out, restate the opening sentence again. So restate means rewrite the opening statement once again. That hook structure that you have written in the first paragraph, first line should be repeated again, but you have to write it in another style. Say, but the G should be the same. Restate the opening sentence. Yes, and after that, readdress the evidence to support the introduction, body, and conclusion. You have to just support in such a way that your introduction, body, paragraph, and conclusion should be well supported. And it's supported in such a way that all the issues should be so symmetrical. Okay, and then you will have the closing statement, ladies and gentlemen, and you will have to close it yourself. So closing statement has a message. Closing statement has a big message for the students according to as per your perception. What do you like to give actually the message to the people, to the audience, to the readers, to the examiners, to wherever just actually you want. So this is what the closing statement. So now this is one of the essay format. This is very clear. And right after this, now global standard sentence structure. So next slide number 11, please. Yes, slide number 11, please. Okay, all right, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, please, thank you. So, what is the global standard of sentence structures, ladies and gentlemen? So, if you want to compete at globally, since I'm teaching the GMAT and GRE, so I'll have to just actually come across with all these issues day by day. So that's why. So global standards of sentence structures are mentioned below. How to write effective sentences. This is what most of the South Asian students' problem is. So they are facing a huge and massive problem in order to write the effective sentence structures. So you don't panic. So I've given a simple table. Very, very much simple approach. Everybody will be able to just actually follow it up in a day or two. So in sentence structure, the students will have to find out first structure. So under the structure of a sentence, you have got subject, verb, agreement, modifier, parallelism, verb tense, comparison, degree of comparison, run-on sentences, adverb and adjective, and noun confusion. See, these are the major issues of the structure. So you can just actually take the photos over there, because day by day, whenever I'll come in the next session, then every day I will just actually be able to give you some tips regarding all this structure, these other things, and sense. Always, most of the South Asian students will find it difficult, So where I've written, okay, but actually you will not be able to understand that ambiguity. Ambiguity means MB is equal to gel, guide is equal to fish. So sometimes, somewhere, whenever we write sentence, and we'll have just actually written, like, I don't think you could not go. Look at it. I don't think you could not go. Double negative is equal to positive. People will understand negatively, and then your sentence will just actually fall to the ditch. So ambiguity, redundancy, most of the words, same words. I'm happy, 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 happy. Until then, I'm happy. And then the teacher will be unhappy whenever they will just actually look at your writing. So redundancy should be avoided. Ambiguity should be avoided. Double negatives are never written. Like I'm scarcely just actually weak. Scarcely weak means I'm strong. Scarcely weak. I'm not actually happy. I'm not happy. It's good. But I am not unhappy. It's equal to I'm happy. Because double negatives always becomes positive. We'll have to understand this. Unnecessary complex structure. Like it is that education. It's always wrong. It is that education. So why don't you start with education at the beginning? Education is the vital part actually for most of the nation. Education is the backbone of the nation. Why will you write like it is that? It is that. Is it necessary to write it? So these sort of structures are always unnecessary for essay writing. Synonyms and antonyms without comma and or. You will write synonyms of any words without comma, without and, or without are. This is also totally wrong. And so far as now, the next one, diction. Diction means actually the word taken from dictionary. So from the diction, you will have to find out words and phrases. So in diction, you will have words and phrases, multiple words, multiple synonyms are there, yes, and equal synonyms, and then just actually somehow synonyms. There are varieties of synonyms you'll get in the dictionary, accent, symbolic, prepositional phrases. So these are the things that you'll have to understand on the diction. And transition words, contrast and compare signals words, support signal words like although, even though, because, but, systematically or subsequently. All these are adverbs and adverbial cases to be written always in the proper way. Support signal, time signal. There are many signal words, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll have to just actually put it at the proper place because these are transition. So what do you mean by transition? Transition is a platform. Transition just actually can change the guideline of a structure. So that's why without transition words, if anything is written, that cannot be very appropriate. So always we'll have to put the transitional words like although, even though, because, but, or just actually for the time being, or subsequently, or when, or this is if, or something, time and again. And then lastly, but not the least, we'll have the signpost. Signpost plays the more destructive role rather than that of the words, because accent plays louder than the way we speak, So this is what comma, inverted comma, I'm just actually inverted comma, semicolon, colon, bracket, hyphen, and these are always vital in English as well. Most of the students never understand and never use this sort of signpost in it. So in order to make a very effective sentence, should work globally, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a nationwide. This is what actually I'm teaching you. So this table is accepted in GMAT, GRE, and that's why this is one of the phenomenal for the global standard. This is called the global standard of writing. So in writing, you'll have to find out structure. My sense is okay or not. So your sense is not okay. Whenever you will not care about all these issues there. Ambiguity is avoided. Redundancy is never ever written. Double negatives becomes always positive. And unnecessary complex structure cannot give you the very correct and accurate meaning of the sense of your writing. Synonyms and antonyms without comma and or. And these are the things, ladies and gentlemen. So through my next session, if I'll have my time enough, I will just actually try to elaborate each and everything properly, so that students will be able to just actually get the gist of it. So anyways, today, what I would like to tell you that every global standard of sentence structure, students will have to understand the structure, sense, diction, transition words, or signposts. So these are the 5 components you'll have to keep in your mind. Okay. So now, okay. So next slide, please. Rajan sir, next slide, please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now global standard of essay corrections, like how actually in UK, University of Cambridge, yes. Global essay correction measures. Sir, shall I go? Rajan sir, shall I go?
Yes.
Okay.
Which one?
Yes, it's okay. The before one, sir. Global essay correction measures, slide number 12. Slide number 12. Slide number 12. Global essay correction measures. Very good, sir. Thank you very much. So, shall I go ahead? All right. For the assistants, Rajan sir, thank you very much. So internationally, how essay section is corrected, ladies and gentlemen. So they will try to check your cohesion. Cohesion or cohesive structure. This is what we call cohesion. The way of writing English sentences clearly, so that people can understand, avoiding the disturbance or heavy bombarding words. I don't tell you to use very heavy and jargons or bombastic words. Use very simple words that should be very clear to the point. And one size small, but actually very much perfect and precise structure. Clear, one side, and precise structure. What I mean, sentence should be very short and sweet, short and clear. Short that people can understand it very perfectly. Some students will write a very long sentences with comma and all. They will not be able to end up with the correct sense or theme or just gist of the things they would like to write. So that's what I'd like to tell the students, because actually this is the worldwide correction measures. Even just actually every essay is corrected under this format. Cohesion, your sentences are clear. So at the end of your essay writing, you'll have to always check yourself. Is cohesion is okay? Is my sentence clear? Is it concise? Or is it precisely written? My structures are not too lengthy or something. This is what the first number 1. And number 2, range of vocabularies. Oh my God. Most of the students will just actually keep on writing like I'm happy. Most of the time happy, and at the end they are found unhappy. How? Because they're not able to get the good score. So there are varieties of meaning of happy. Happy means glad, happy means glee, happy means cheerful, happy. There are varieties of words. According to the situation, you have to use the different words. Not happy, 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 most of cases. So accurate synonyms are the most. And words redundant most often create confusion to the readers. So most redundant means what I mean, the words repeated most often. Redundant. I'm happy, 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 happy. So many times you have written happy, happy, happy. Does not make sense. No? Because happy is one of the general average human conditions. Does not mean actually that I've not opened my mouth, but still actually I'm looking so sad. But internally I may be happy and all. So let's not get into the depth of happiness. So people actually are happy by various reasons. No, does not show that. Doesn't mean that I'm open up, I'm happy. And sometimes what I've seen, most of the happy people have been just actually have been crying on the death, So, and then first question should be in your checklist. After writing your essay, your checklist should be very clear. Under your checklist, there must be, is my question okay? Have I used the range of vocabularies perfectly? Now, the third one is called paragraph construction. So paragraph constructions, you have to divide into introduction, body, conclusion. Introduction, body paragraph, and conclusion paragraphs, okay? So these are the major three basic paragraphs. So introduction is always written in single paragraph. Conclusion should be single, but body paragraph can be written in 2, 3, 4 as much. And if you can elaborate yourself according to the differences, actually fiction and designing. Okay? And then the next one comes grammar. So for grammar, you'll have to check tense structure, phrasal words, or transitional words. So whenever you check all this in your checklist, if you include all that, question is okay. Have I used the perfect range of vocabularies? So paragraph constructions is very perfectly and massively done without any confusion. Grammar sections is perfect. As is the question, so is the answer. This is what. And time and again, I've used the phrasal words and transitional words because they will give you a kind of clarity, right? Okay, thank you. And then the next
good night.
Next slide, please.
Sir,
Next slide, please.